Hello YouTube, this is the Campin' BTE85 and today we are zeroing in on Prison Architect. It is an early access. We are on Alpha 22, PC Steam version. I found my mouse pointer, so haha, I can point and do my little circles and spirals and everything. Introversion software made this game, as well as another one that I just put up another zero in on, and that was the uplink video, both made by Introversion. They are, as I said, on Alpha 22. They're actually rolling out new alphas about once a month on average. If you are interested in what they're about, I would actually say and recommend to go to their actual developer blogs. I've been watching the dev blog since I got the early access. I think, to be fair, I started at around Alpha 12. I started watching them, and the dev blogs alone are pretty funny. They're informative, they're humorous, they're worth taking a look at. Let's see, in their current build, they've added languages. Their latest 22 was basically a whole lot of bug fixes. I mean, monster work there. Kudos to them. I mean, they're rolling this out real quick, but very well too. Very well formed, very well brought together. I like Introversion. It feels like a small, close-knit group of people that get together and make pretty high-quality games. So, let's go to their introduction real quick. Introversion software. I hope this volume isn't too bad for you guys. As you can see, it is the old almost pixel art for you. I really kind of want to turn down this volume right now. I can barely hear myself. So hopefully you guys can hear me just fine. You design your prison. You are a prison architect. What a concept, right? So this will basically a little roguelike style. Gaining prisoners in on a day-to-day basis in your prison. Now, you don't start with a prison, you create it, hence prison architect. You do need your administration, you need your workers, that includes garbage in and out, and yes, sometimes some of the stuff is kind of garbage. Now, priest, guy with glasses, that you're seeing right here, prison architect, for you, for me, for the victims of society. Yes, victims of society. We're not going to go through the CEO call. You know what, why not? We'll do it real quick. Just to say, they do have a nice little couple pop-up things. I'm going to skip most of this. Feel free to pause it and read it if you want. This is actually showing basically your little intro slash tutorial slash, hey, this is what we hope to have done. So it'll guide you through how to construct things, yada, yada, yada. Now, we're going to back out. I lied, we're not going to do the tutorial. We're going to load up one of my old prisons. I tend to make a new prison every time there's a new alpha release. So I skipped to 21 and just went straight to 122 came out. And you can have different ways now. After a certain point, they started implementing style changes of your prison types from something simple as, right there, somebody found contraband. Going as planning. Lets you design everything, yada yada, blah blah. That's not what I was looking for. It's been a little bit. Deployment, here we go. Shared areas, whites. Minimum security only, blue, red for max. Now, the one thing they do not have in yet, they might do it eventually, is I would love to have a way where you can confine them a little better. For example, if I want high security over here, which in this case I do, All the black area is staff only. This is my high security, extremely dangerous people. Come here. I still want my minimum security people to be able to go to the cleaning cupboard and the laundry and work over here. I want them to be able to do that. It's not implemented yet that I can figure out how to do. So I hope they eventually do this. I mean, I know I'm posting on the forums to get it done. Will they listen to just little old me? Probably not. I'm sure they'll see it. They're really good about reading everything. And for all I know, it's already in development. Maybe that's what's coming out in the next alpha release. You never know. Everything is fantastic. They have plans, and then their plans turn into something even they don't have planned, and it comes out, and it's great. I mean, the best example is dogs. Dog patrols, armed patrols, things like that. So, all you see these little holes down here is when they implemented tunneling systems. And I hate them for it because it is very, very difficult to prevent that. But quick overview on their planning. If you're meticulous like I am, you can plan your area beforehand, before you build. They added objects and pathways at some point, I forget when, but boom, object. This is where I want, a 2x2 path running down. I want a 2x2 corridor crossing over, and then, this is gonna be a walled off section. Doors are one square. Back, messed up. Right click, drag, it goes away. Boom. And then from there, materials, foundations, what you have to start with. You always have to build the foundation for a building. Sorry, there are no outside prisons. Everything's in a foundation. You cannot end up just corralling prisoners. Going fencing. Fencing's free, which is nice, but you can't go, fence. This is where you sleep now. I think it would be kind of cool. I think it would be funny to do, but they won't let you do it. You have to have certain rooms need to be like staff room. It needs to be indoors, minimum size of 4x4. You need a wide sofa and a drink machine. Laundry. Area designated to hold any materials your prison staff needs. Oh, sorry, that's storage. It's not even... Wow. I can read. But storage, does it say indoor or outdoor? Wherever you want. Laundry. Indoors. You need the machine, the basket, and an ironing board. Okay. Free fire authorizes armed guards to shoot people down. When armed guards came out, I believe right when they came out, right, here's an armed guard, they have a certain area of suppression. Basically, a suppressed prisoner makes it so they don't get angry up here in the danger bar. Pretty much everything up here, except for the number of staff and prisoners, you have to unlock through your administration. Whether foreman, warden, accountant, officer chief, guard chief, whatever you want. Chief. Hey chief. Hey chief, what's up, buddy? And as I was saying before, you could be a hardcore prison, heavy concrete walls. Yeah, it's kind of filthy and dirty, but I don't let them clean up after themselves. Double locked security gates with, I have 2 regular guards posted with tasers on the main stretch from the core cell block into another middle area that's actually has 2 large prison doors, jail doors, before you even get out to the main road, which you still have to get through a road gate, either way you go. This is my high security area. Now, will they ever make it that far? No, and that's the concept. I even have a guard dog wandering around to smell them. I have metal detectors outside of each door. They will not be getting anything in. One thing I even started doing is my guard station. This is where they have the closed caption television cameras. A quick solitary. I was hoping to kind of predetermine like this solitary is for high security personnel and only high security personnel. Or prisoners, not personnel. But again, that goes with the whole I want my minimum security people to come here and be able to clean. But they don't like that. Jail doors, prison doors, things like that need to be opened up by a guard. Or you yourself can go over and, right click and it will open. You can lock it open or shut. This one didn't open because I have it on pause right now. Surprise. You need kitchens, you need food, you need your everyday essentials of prison life, or lack thereof life, depending on how you look at it. Forestry is something they implemented recently. You'll grow trees. Your workers and gardeners will tend them and cut them down and put them here in exports to be sold off. It used to be every midnight you would get a huge influx of whatever your daily cash flow was, but now it's actually a gradual thing. So you're not build, wait in for 5 hours of game time before you can build again. This one will gradually go in and out, which is nice. I do like that change that they made. It feels, it has a better feel to it. I mean, somebody could argue, oh, you're giving it a, you only have like a monthly allotment of money to spend, you're like a monthly project financed or something like that. But let's take a look at the reports. Basic staff, prisoners. I have it all closed off because I have enough prisoners. I don't know what that buzzing sound was. I hope you guys didn't get weirded out by it. Jobs, basically everything that's going on right now. This is everything that needs to be done or is being worked on. I want to say these the canteen jobs are a little glitched up right now, but it's an alpha. It's still early release. The needs of the prisoners. This looks different. I don't remember actually seeing the number of prisoners before. Again, maybe I just wasn't paying attention. It's probably an alpha 21 or something like that did it. Contraband, supply and demand. Nobody wants a knife. Nobody wants to hurt anyone. That is a good thing. That means they're happy. This is something fantastic. This is something really, really cool that they did implement. You can separate your regime now. Basically what each prisoner does based on what time of day it is. You can separate minimum from normal, from max, all that good stuff. So you can, they can all share one canteen if you want, and separate when they can eat together, if they can eat together, when they can't. Which, don't ask me why, but I guess maximum and minimum security can eat together. I don't know. I'm not sure what I was doing with the regime. I did it once really quickly. Policy, basically how you want to punish people for doing stuff, as well as your meal quality, which used to be in regime, I think, but it's good. It's good. It is a policy. So grants, they added a lot to these. Basically, quests, goals, programs. You now have to teach. With one of the later releases, you have to teach people how to use a workshop. You have to teach people how to be a chef. I'm not sure if they plan on implementing this guy was a chef in his real life, so he can just kind of come in. But I think what they're doing is since safety and hygiene, it's okay, you know how to cook, but these are our guidelines. You have to follow these, so we will now teach you them. That makes sense. So, maybe I should think these things through before I ask questions. But hey, if I did, I would probably be less entertained. Autosave. Dun dun dun. But over here is your to-do list. Everything's going on. Read CEO's letter. I never read these things. It says the same thing. This is the prison architect. You're supposed to do this. Blah blah blah. Whatever. The one thing I do want them to change, they have it set up pretty neatly where your items change based on whatever is highlighted, based on whatever you're looking at. For example, shower head is highlighted because I'm looking at the shower. Scrolling away, shower head stops being highlighted because the shower is no longer on my screen. I can head over to the canteen and the cooker and all that fun stuff. Now, the one thing that is still a little annoying something I would like to do is basically it's not alphabetized. I like that they have it set up now where you don't have to scroll through every little thing. They had that back in the start where just everything showed up, which you can still do. You hit the plus button right here and you see pretty much everything going on, which is okay. But I'd like to be able to filter it better, not just how they filter it, but I want it alphabetized. Like, oh, where's my closed caption television camera? C B T T C B J L D S S R W. What? No, it's down here. Yeah, I know where it is, but like looking for a large jail door or a large window or something. I don't even know if I can find one of those. Door. Oh, here you go. Large window. It takes too long. Same with materials. Materials a little easier, a little quicker. But I mean, like look at the large window. You can't even see a picture of it. It's silly. This is what it looks like once it's out on the map. Yes, but just make it look a little more clear. That's all I'd want. Something for the little things like what metal detectors. Shit. Blah, blah, blah. I don't even know if they pop up right now. Oh, here we go. Metal detectors. I mean, if it was alphabetized, it's metal detectors. M. Boop, boop. Found it. Utility systems. You do have running utilities. Power needs power. You can have actually have cutoff valves for your water, pipe valves, power switches for electricity. This time around, I've actually been trying to regulate my power lines, make them neat so I can put on those power switches. So I can pop it, right here, for example. When I switch that off, their cells go black, the holding cell goes black, but, the kitchen still has power, and the administration and hospital here still has power, and the classroom has power. If I need to cut this part of the cells, I'll put another one right here and cut it. Same with the water. The big pipes, small pipes run for about 15 tiles, I believe, was the math. I remember watching somebody's video about it, and they said it was about 15 or so. And actually, I'd probably put the cutoff switch right here because I have a separate run solely and only for my metal detectors on this edge. Every single, it took me a while to plan it, to be able to, siphon power on a different grid line, basically is what I'm going to call it. So I can actually keep my, metal detectors active while cutting here, cut in here, cut in here, and, so extra security in case anything goes haywire. But the large pipes are easier for prisoners to dig through, so I have them as far away from the edge as possible. And basically I try to keep them from running through cells. That's where the small pipes come in, because prisoners dig through toilets. It's stinky. But there's one item in particular, the rooms here. You need the rooms. Execution. This you actually get to do in the introduction that we were playing around with. That's the little priest with the guy with the glasses. Boom. Look. Execution. Blech. And you do get an electric chair for the execution room. But there's nothing to do with it yet. Now, how are they going to choose to do it? I don't know. I'm actually kind of eager to find out, if through a report, we'll take prisoner. Actually, I think I actually have the developers' characters in my game at the moment. Miles here, I believe, is one of the, maybe I'm just hallucinating. I don't know. But I did have some of the developers' characters in here. It was it was pretty cool to see. One of the guys, if you ever watch their developer blog, I believe it was Mike was his first name. I forget his last name. Sorry. If you ever see this, sorry. I forgot your last name. My bad. But he comes in with a Batman hat on and little fake ears and everything. It was weird, but you know what? He's one of the developers. He can do what he wants. Rock on. I had the one of the main programmers too. I want to say Greg. Oh no, that's thinking of a different development team. But yeah, he was in here too, and I don't know. I found them and I immediately took him and slapped him down as normal risk because, meh. They don't need to be high risk prisoners. See, I'm trying to find it because you should be able to highlight Miles. Here we go. Malcolm Ian Miles. I believe he's one of the developers. I could be mistaken. I don't know. He just, his character stood out, so it could be something as simple as he's one of the naming games and facing game people. You can do that as a additional fee. You can get your name and face into the picture, or into the game, and then it will randomly show up as a prisoner in everyone's game. Period. End of story. End of topic. But I've never seen this hairstyle on another prisoner, so I do want to say that is somebody from Introversion software. Actually, if I remember right, I think the other two devs may have died in a recent riot. I think so. Oops. But yeah. So overall, it's actually a really nice game. There is now failure possibilities. I think it's if your money goes too low, if you owe too much, too many breakouts, too many riots, things like that. If a riot does come, you can call in armed guards. You can, emergencies here, paramedics, riot police, fire engines, things like that. Actually, a quick. This is the bureaucracy. What you have to unlock to get more unlocks. Pause it, take a closer look. Asshole. Yeah, maybe I am, just a little bit. But I do it with love. With love. But, no, yeah. Anyways. So, moving along, there is the graded system. Basically, amount of punishment, the amount of reform, security level, health. There's a lot of fights. So reoffending rate is very low, which is nice. But something they did bring up was if you neglect your prisoners too much and they riot or too many people die or something, you can actually end up on the little bus that shows up that we saw in the introduction with the prisoners locked up. You can find yourself, and you get dropped off right here, and the guard that you previously hired escorts you to a cell that is vacant for yourself, and then you are a prisoner in your own prison. Which, again, check out one of the developer blogs. I think it was Alpha 20 or 21 that they started doing that, or they implemented it, and they actually go through it. And you know when your doors are open and the regime says your branch, your level of offender is allowed to go out, you can go out, wander around. If you have to go eat, go and eat. You can try to break out of the prison too if you want. Feel free. I mean, I don't know what happens if you actually succeed, but you can wander off and wait for the door to open somehow, and then book it on out. I don't know if you can get off the map or not, but it was kind of a preliminary add-on just to have a kind of a neat little thing, and it is. if anybody is on that borderline of, well, why do I want my face and name in game? Well, if you do have your face and name in game, it finds your specific face and name and your biography that you write up for your own little character. So when you fail, you actually come out and boom, you are there. So your face and name, unless you fail, is for other people to see, to my understanding. You get your face, your name, your biography if you lose and you end up getting imprisoned in your own prison. And that's the only time. So you can play yourself. Now, they did rumor about maybe making it so you can serve your term, come out of prison. Maybe you can go find classes. Maybe you can, maybe they'll make it so you can incite riots. Sneak your way over to the high security, let a couple of them out, and keep hitting shift to try to break down a door or jump a guard and steal his keys and open everything up and just, you're gonna lock me up in my own prison. Well, I know all the ins and outs of my prison, and run over to the canteen and try to set the cookers on fire or something like that. Who knows? Maybe. I think that would be kind of cool, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. You either have to spend X amount of time and, try to smuggle, tools into your cell. So when you smuggle tools in, you can try to start digging your way out. Maybe you can try to sneak out and get out this route through here. Maybe they'll try to make it so you have to get onto a bus to get out. They don't have visitor buses right now that you just have random visitors that just go run. They come in, they go over, they visit, and then they leave. But maybe they'll do visitor buses and you can sneak out on those. I don't know. Like I said, it's early access. It's still in alpha. Don't know what this little gray grading scale is. I think it's just to make sure your gamma and everything's adjusted properly while playing. At least that's what I use it for. It's handy. But contraband, you can see everything here and there. Now, I'm not going to go into all the depth here. If you want to watch the dev blogs, I recommend it. They do go into depth about everything, which I mean in the best possible way. Like it's fantastic. They kid around with each other. They joke around. They're pretty okay guys. From not knowing them personally, who knows? Maybe in person they're not. But I find it hard to believe. Benefit of the doubt. But yeah, this is Prison Architect. Let's see if I can do a quick one more quick load for you guys. Give you another example of everything here. Oh, here we go. This was that whole I wanted to build everything outside. So everything was pre-planned. Everything is ready to be starting to be built. I have everything planned out, schemed out, schematiced out. I wanted to avoid any sort of, fences and stuff like that. So, this was probably way back in one of the earlier alphas, so I didn't know what I was doing. Not that I do right now anyways. But, yeah. That's Prison Architect. Take a look at it. I think it's about $25 now for the game alone. If you wanted a, face-in game or one of the DLCs that they are letting you have, you can always upgrade to it later. So if you want to play the game alone as is, and then later on you decide you want your face in the game, or before alpha's over, I'm assuming is when their cutoff point would be, is you need to be in early access and alpha to even have that as an option. There is a upgrade DLC. It's like $10, $15 to, get that little extra, hey, I thought about it and I do want my face in game. Hey, please. I probably won't. That's me. Right now, I really want to see the execution system set up. I do want to see the prisoner release. I do want to be able to, have lawyers. They used to be in the game. I'd like to see them brought back as, maybe a little mini game type of a thing. If you want your prisoners to stay locked down, you as the warden, wants, or, well, I guess the warden is somebody else, but you as the unnamed, undefined role of prison overlord, I guess. Because it makes no sense. If we have a CEO letter, I think, is the warden, so maybe you are the warden? Every prison needs the warden. He should be one of your first hires. Yeah, so you're not even the warden. The warden is one of your administration guys. So who you are in this private industry, because it is a private prison, it's whoever you are, who knows? Maybe a vice CEO or something like that, or a vice pres, and don't really know. But maybe they'll start implementing little tiny mini stories in there. This prisoner is falsely accused. Do you want to help him with make him like a specialty case? Let him go get extra education. Let him sneak a knife away. Hey guards, let prisoner 225-812-32C sneak this around. That's fine. Let him. Just kind of throw your own little monkey wrench into the works. But at the same time, it kind of starts steering away from what I think they're trying to do. Ooh, that's neat. Didn't know you could do that. I like it like this, small and squat. But yeah, this prison architect. Like I said, take a look at it. There's just so much to say right now that I'm stumbling over all the things that I do want to say that's great about it. That's all it really is. So take a look at it, please. If you don't listen to anything I say on any of these games, take a look at this one. Give the dev blogs a look at. It's a great game. It has so much potential, and as it stands right now, it's perfectly playable. It is fun. It is interesting. It's a planning game. It's a strategy. It's a management game without the outside influence of aliens coming to try to destroy your town. Stuff like that. Which could be a make it or break it. Who knows? Yeah. So this has been zeroing in on Prison Architect. Again, I am the Campin BTE85. Again, hate mail, comments, things like that. Leave them. I love them. Have a good day. And always remember to hunker down, hold your shot, and make it count.